some quality H2O. Regardless. And we rolling, baby. What's good? Optic Doug's the name. Creativity is my game. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Today we're going to be doing an end of the month reflection for the month of December and November. I know we're in January. We're here now. Let's move forward. So typically with these reflections, I like to tailor it more towards my personal development. And I've broken it down into these categories in terms of what I track and seeing my progress, but putting it in a video. Yeah. What went well? First and foremost, I got to experience New York for the first time in my life. Yeah, I got to go with my mom and my dad. We drove out there, which I would not recommend to everyone, but nevertheless, really fun, really cool, dope-ass experience. We got to see my brother fighting live. This is my second time seeing my brother fight in the UFC, Chris El Guapo Gutierrez. His opponent was Frankie the Answer Edgar at UFC 281, Adesanya versus Pereira for the middleweight championship in Madison Square Garden. Yo, let me tell you, that energy in Madison Square Garden, there's nothing like it. I see why they call it the Mecca. The fact that my brother got a knockout in round one at Madison Square Garden. Yeah, that moment will forever live with me. Oh man, you couldn't ask for a better turnout. The best stories write themselves. Consistent fitness and moving my body around. I'm one of those individuals that I like to stay in the house, but by choice. If I'm sick or if I'm hurt, injured with something, I don't like that. I like moving my body. I like sweating. I like getting the workout in. I feel better mentally, physically, and sometimes even spiritually when I get to move my body around. It's something about being mobile that's just really glad I got to do a lot of that within New York and December. This is around the time that I was really prioritizing my kickboxing, going to practice and competing and seeing the return on those things. So nice to know that the things that I put, work and effort into, that quality returns come back in my favor. So proud about that. And yeah, my first time shooting in Globe Life Field out here in Arlington. Globe Life Field is a huge stadium. Got to do a graduation there for my school. Yeah, it was really cool to have like a media access on the field, like ground level stuff, like even in VIP rooms. I could see myself doing sporting events there. I believe they do baseball and American football there. And I made a little vlog about that I may post later down the line. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. But did not go so well. I did not get to schedule a photo shoot with a potential model, and I didn't get to do a lot of business prepping for Black Belt Studios. What I learned from that is where I failed and where I lacked at was I didn't do enough on the back end in terms of having a portfolio ready, having availability on weekends to be able to do something like this. For the most part, just communication, being able to reconnect with her and let her know, hey, I'm unavailable. Hey, this doesn't work for me. Hey, what about this day? Let's talk about these things in advance. But yeah, hopefully I get to reconnect and that bridge isn't burned. Yeah, in terms of my business, again, I've been really sleeping on my website. At this point, it's just me. I don't know what I'm waiting on. I lack discipline. Yeah, I've been sleeping on it. So we're doing something about it. How many workouts or investments that I have. For November, I got 12 out of 12, 3 times a week for 4 weeks. Bam, got 100. Proud about that. December, I got 13 out of 13. For emphasis, this is around the time when I was really prioritizing my fitness, my physical health. I was more focused on kickboxing and just going to practice, making it to practice, and just working on my technique. Yeah, it was really cool. I got to compete twice in November and December, won both fights. I may or may not put some videos on my YouTube about them. Depends if I can get the footage or not. But really proud of myself for being consistent with that. And let's keep it going. So in terms of my reading progress, I finished A Man's Guide to Women. I actually finished it in New York. It was a really long road trip. So yeah, I got a lot of time to do that. But then I started Mirror Meditation by Dr. Tara Well. It's kind of a glare on it. I love that. Yeah, so I'm currently now on page 116, chapter 40, Facing Sadness. It's going to be an interesting chapter later. I've been slacking a little bit on my reading. I like to ideally read a chapter a day, but life getting in the way, prioritizing other things, focus going to other things. So hopefully I get to slow my ass down and get back to it. How many vlogs or editing sessions that I complete? In November, I did 3 videos, and December, I did 2. However, I did not do any vlogs. These are sparring videos. So again, for November and December, I was really into my kickboxing and competing. On Saturdays, when we do have open gym, we get a lot of cats that come in there, and we just get a lot of rounds and get some work in, just for fight footage, just to look at my technique, see what I did good, see what I could have did better, see what didn't work, see where I got popped. Those are going to stay private. I don't like the idea of putting those publicly on the internet so that, people can get film on me. Yeah, we're not doing it. Stays private. This is probably my first vlog of January. So, we're getting the ball rolling. So I'll take it. If you want to get this work, come out here. What did I learn overall? Overall, I learned that I lack focus, discipline, and structure. Last Saturday, actually, I sat down with one of my mentors, my striking coach. Just asking him for some manhood advice. I feel like I've been feeling lost for the most part. I just don't really know what's been going on. I know in beginning of January, I started same job, but newly added job responsibilities because now I'm in a new studio in a new building. I just feel like I've been losing grip on a couple of things. So it was really good to have an older male just talk to me, and check me. There's certain ways that you can get checked and, and it not be disrespectful, and it's actually serving you. So, excuse me. It was a well-needed conversation about what I need to do moving forward. And one of the topics within our conversation Saturday when we sat down was action, do something. It's a lot easier to course correct than it is to not start and want to pick up speed and then get the ball rolling, like get going now. So that's kind of what I'm doing this week. It's just producing content, again, with the indication of quality. However, getting the ball rolling, just produce content, produce videos, do things I want to do, set some time aside if it's something I take pride in, if it's something I prioritize. Overall, if it's something that I place value in, there should be no issue or any friction whatsoever in doing it. Yeah, I'm excited to see what this next stage of my life looks like in terms of creating more plans of action and then doing more things. That's pretty much what I learned for November, December, and a little bit beginning of January, is that I lack focus, I lack discipline, I lack structure. However, I'm taking it on the chin. I'm going to learn how to get better, and I'm going to move forward, because that's the only attitude to have, baby. What are 3 things I'm thankful for? First and foremost, I'm thankful I woke up this morning. It's not on the list, but I always like to mention that. I'm thankful I have my health. I'm thankful that I have a beautiful family that loves me and that supports me. I'm thankful for my ability to learn and for my desire to growth. And I put those 2 things together because within me learning, I grow. And within me growing, I'm continuing to learn. So that's kind of how I think about it in that aspect. But yeah, I'm thankful for my health. I have breath in my lungs. Just got to be thankful for the things we take for granted every day. Learning to really appreciate what you have around you. That way, if extra comes, cool. If we get nothing, cool. We still move forward. The train doesn't stop. We still got to push forward. What are 3 goals I would like to accomplish next month? I want to be able to set smarter goals. Within me setting smarter goals, I kind of have in parentheses right here that 5% of something is better than 0% of nothing. One of the examples my coach gave me was that get 20 minutes a day, 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, 20 minutes there. Eventually, kind of thinking about it like compound interest, eventually it adds up. On the front end, you're not going to see a lot of reward. But, this is the long haul. This is the long This is a long game. It's not about what we gain now. It's about what we gain eventually. I like that outlook. So yeah, better track my progress within my personal development. I want to get better at being more consistent in tracking those things. Sometimes I have to do some math in my head, like, oh, did I do a workout? Did I do this? Did I do that? When I could just immediately track it, write it down when I finish, then go back and have some data points to play around with. Just overall better track my progress. And last but not least, begin my day earlier. Within waking up earlier and beginning my day earlier, there's also an indication that I'm going to bed at an earlier time. I also struggle with getting adequate sleep. Sometimes it varies from I go to bed from 11 or at 3 a.m. I don't think that's the healthiest thing to do, so I would like to do something about that. I think that's it. More updates coming soon. Again, with these end of the month reflections, they're more tailored to my personal development. Other than that, thank you again for watching, and te veo en el próximo video.